Hi, I'm Chris Marshall, field editor for Woodworkers Journal magazine, here at the International Builders Show in Las Vegas. You know, if you're like me, the only thing worse than sanding is realizing how much money you spend on sanding products that don't quite go the distance. The abrasives wear out, they clog up prematurely and become ineffective, or the paper or cloth backing tears, and before you know it, you're throwing these things in the trash. More money spent. Well, the folks at Duragrit have done something uniquely different with sanding products that I'd like to share with you. Instead of going with standard abrasives that basically wear out, Duragrit is actually bonding carbide particles to steel plates so that carbide will last many times longer than standard abrasives. You can use it again and again and really get your money's worth. They offer a number of carbide sanding products for us in products that I think will be quite effective in the workshop. We've got a right angle sanding block which has a perforated steel plate on the base and 60 grit carbide welded to it. That's just perfect for sanding right angle edges of boards quickly and easily. What I really like about this is the fact that you've got these perforated holes. Instead of those carbide abrasives clogging, all you have to do is knock out the sanding debris from the end and resume sanding, and you're right back at it again. It's a nice little sanding block. Duragrit also offers 60 and 100 grit carbide files, essentially, that look a little bit like a cross between a rasp and a standard file. You've got a flat steel plate with the abrasives welded to one side, perfect for either coarse sanding or finer work. This is the 120 grit size. They've also got a sanding plate that's got both 120 and 60 grit, so you've got both coarse and fine sanding capabilities here. Duragrit also has a more conventional four-sided, sort of a rat tail file with 60 grit on two sides and 120 grit on the other two sides. Operates just like a standard file, and again, you can use it in a push and pull fashion. You're not going to get clogging, and those carbide particles are going to last much, much longer. I really like these 5-inch discs. They've got a hook and loop backing on them, so you can use them with your standard random orbit sander. Duragrit has also perforated the bottom of the pads, so you can use them with either a 5-hole or an 8-hole sander. Either one will work. And again, they've got these 60 and 120 grit carbide particles welded on. So very convenient for us. These are going to last a whole lot longer than your paper sanding pads you're currently using. And finally, if you're working in miniatures, model railroading, if you're cutting glass retainers or other kinds of fine moldings, Duragrit's also got a whole family of abrasive wheels that again have the carbide welded right onto the steel plate wheel. They mount onto an 1/8 inch diameter mandrel just like a standard rotary tool attachment, and they attach right to your standard rotary tool. So instead of an abrasive disc which can break when you least expect it, you've got steel plates that are going to get you a lot longer life, and again, the carbide abrasives welded to them. So a whole family of products that I think are going to be quite helpful for the smaller detail work that you do, again, using your standard rotary tool. So a whole family of products from Duragrit that we're happy to be promoting here at the International Builders Show. I think they're going to take our sanding efforts a whole lot further and will be money well spent in the long run. You'll have to check out Duragrit's website and try them out for yourself. Thanks.